Sailors, welcome you all to the Marine Thing YouTube channel, sharing maritime knowledge. So, in this video, we will be talking about the third episode of our maritime talks, and that is Maritime Talks #3. Here, we will discuss the world maritime sector happenings all around the earth in this week. So, yes, guys, let's get started. The first news we have is the ITF tells seafarers to stop work as crew change deadline passes. The International Maritime Transport Workers Federation has taken the unprecedented step of telling the world seafarers to stop working if their employment contracts have expired and they are awaiting repatriation home. The move from the ITF and its affiliate unions comes after months of calls on governments to designate seafarers as key workers and exempt them from COVID-19 travel restrictions. And also, guys, if you are not following us on Marine Singh Instagram account, you are missing a major chunk of information, because the idea of this podcast I have already taken in our Instagram. So follow us on marinesing.com Instagram account and you will get a major chunk of maritime news and podcast. So yes, guys, the next news we have is the Lloyds of London apologizes for shameful act on Atlantic slave trade. The Lloyds of London insurance market has apologized for its shameful role in the 18th and 19th century Atlantic slave trade and pledged to fund opportunities for black and ethnic minority groups. About 17 million African men, women and children were torn from their homes and shackled into one of the world's most brutal globalized trades between the 15th and 19th centuries. Many died in merciless conditions. We are sorry for the role played by the Lloyds market in the 18th and 19th century slave trade, an appalling and shameful period of English history as well as our own, Lloyds said in a statement on Thursday. So the next news we have is Union backs seafarers' right to stop work despite risks to global trade. As ITF has already tell you, I have covered this in the first news we have ITF. And also, guys, here also the ITF transport works for the said it will now support ships crews rights to support working even if that comes at the cost of disrupting global trade. The change in messaging comes after it says government took insufficient action to facilitate the repatriation of around 2 lakh seafarers and exempt them from COVID-19 travel restriction by designating them key workers. The Federation and its affiliate unions are also called on crews not to agree to contract extensions starting Tuesday. Normally, about 1 lakh seafarers change vessels every month during scheduled port stops when vessel discharge and pick up cargo, and the longest seafarers should be on board a ship is 11 months according to the Maritime Labour Convention. That pattern has been disrupted by the pandemic, and the union initially acknowledged that the shipping industry was faced with an unprecedented challenge. In March, it supported crews who chose to sign contract extension while out at sea. The Federation warned that its new approach could be highly disruptive to global trade and that any resulting chaos in supply chains is the fault of government leaders, the union's General Secretary Stephen Cotton said in a press release. So the next news we have US warns of piracy risk in southern Gulf of Mexico City. The US government on Wednesday issued a warning about the threat posed by pirates to boats and oil installations in the southern Gulf of Mexico, in the latest sign of concern about ongoing security challenges facing Mexico. Armed criminal groups have been known to target and rob commercial vessels, oil platforms, and offshore supply vessels in the Bay of Campeche area in the South Gulf of Mexico. The overall risk level of Mexico remained the same in the bulletin, but the warning comes after a number of reported incidents in recent months, including an attack in November on an Italian-flagged vessel of the state of Campeche. So the next news we have is the Carnival sees more pain after posting $4.4 billion loss. Carnival Corp reported a record of $4.4 billion in quarterly losses on Thursday as the COVID-19 pandemic crippled the world's biggest cruise operator and forced it to take major write-downs of the disposal of now redundant ships. The Florida-based company said it had $7.6 billion available at the end of May, but was burning $650 million a month as it awaits regulatory approvals for the resumption of some lines in the hope that customers will come back late this year. The cruises business globally has collapsed after several liners, including some owned by Carnival's Princess Cruises, became coronavirus hotspots, killing some on board and forcing port quarantines for hundreds more crew and staff. The next news we have, Maersk says demand developing better than expected. Yes, guys, you have heard the news correctly. AP Moller Maersk said that development in the second quarter has been better than the world's largest container shipping company previously feared. With the current trading, the market demand in the second quarter of 2020 is developing more favorably than originally expected. Mugs, which controls about one-fourth of the global fleet used to transport goods by sea, said on Wednesday. Mugs now expect its volumes to fall between 50 and 18% in the second quarter, compared with its earlier guidance for a slump as deep as 25%. Shares in the company spiked 8.5% in Copenhagen trading. And the next news and the last news we have is the Pope Francis says tribute to seafarers stuck at sea. The Pope Francis paid tribute on Wednesday to hundreds of thousands of seafarers stuck on ships due to the coronavirus pandemic, a situation the United Nations has said poses a risk to the safe operation of the world's merchant fleet. In a special video message for sea workers, Francis said the work of maritime personnel and fishermen had been made even more important during the pandemic because it was providing the world with food and other primary needs. He said they had been hit particularly hard by the ripple effects of the pandemic. In these past months, your lives and your work have been seen significant changes. You have had to make and are continue to make many sacrifices, Francis said. Long periods spent aboard ships without being able to disembark, separation from families, friends and native countries, fear of infection, all these things are a heavy burden to bear now more than ever. So yes guys, ending this video with this news. Salute to the seafarers who are giving their best in this situation also. Thank you for watching guys. Hit the subscribe button and the bell button so whenever we upload any video you get the notification. Sign off guys. Thank you.